Welcome to this video, where you will see beautiful people, beautiful places, and more. Enjoy it. Welcome to Barcelona, where freedom isn't just a word. Spanish beaches are more than just stretches of sand and sea, they're living canvases of culture, history, and human connection. Among the many traditions that define these shores, one stands out as both iconic and understated: the practice of going topless. For decades, this tradition has been woven into the fabric of Spanish beach life, yet it remains a topic of fascination for outsiders. Why is toplessness so normalized here? What does it reveal about Spanish values, identity, and the relationship between people and their environment? In this story, we'll unpack the layers of the topless tradition in Spanish beach culture. From its origins to its modern-day significance, we'll explore how this practice reflects broader themes of freedom, community, and authenticity. Along the way, we'll hear from locals, visitors, and experts, uncovering the nuances of a tradition that feels as natural as the tides. While Spain's topless tradition may seem timeless, it didn't emerge in a vacuum. Its roots can be traced back to the mid-20th century, when European societies began questioning rigid norms around modesty and gender roles. In Spain, this shift coincided with the rise of tourism, as international visitors brought new ideas about leisure and self-expression. Coastal towns like Marbella and Ibiza became hubs of experimentation, where sunbathing without constraints became a symbol of modernity and liberation. Locals embraced this change not as an act of rebellion but as a practical adaptation to their environment. "We've always lived close to the sea," explains a marine biologist based in Valencia. "For us, the beach isn't just a place to visit, it's part of who we are." Going topless was a natural extension of that connection. Over time, what began as a trend among tourists evolved into a deeply ingrained custom, reflecting the Spanish ethos of simplicity and harmony with nature. One of the most striking aspects of Spain's topless tradition is how seamlessly it integrates into daily life. Unlike in other parts of the world, where nudity might provoke discomfort or controversy, here it's met with acceptance, not indifference, but genuine respect. This atmosphere of consent is key to understanding why the practice feels so organic. On Spanish beaches, there's an unspoken agreement: everyone is free to make their own choices about how much, or how little, to wear. Whether you're fully clothed, wearing a swimsuit, or going topless, your decision is honored without judgment. "It's like we all understand that the beach belongs to everyone," says a local fisherman who spends his afternoons on the Costa del Sol. "No one tells you how to be, you just are." This culture of mutual respect creates a feedback loop. The safer people feel, the more likely they are to express themselves freely, further reinforcing the norm of acceptance. Tourists often remark on how liberating this atmosphere feels. "Back home, I'd worry about what others might think if I went topless," says a visitor from the United States. But here, it's completely normal. Everyone respects your space, and you respect theirs. To truly understand the topless tradition, you need to look beyond the beaches and examine the broader cultural values it embodies. In Spain, life revolves around connection, with family, friends, and the natural world. This emphasis on relationships extends to how people interact in public spaces, including beaches. The topless tradition is less about individualism and more about collective harmony. "It's not about standing out or making a statement," observes a sociologist specializing in Mediterranean cultures. "It's about blending in, being part of something bigger than yourself." This philosophy mirrors other aspects of Spanish life, from communal meals that stretch late into the night to festivals that bring entire towns together. On the beach, going topless becomes another way to participate in this shared experience, a quiet affirmation of belonging. This sense of unity also reflects Spain's deep appreciation for simplicity and authenticity. In a world increasingly dominated by curated images and performative lifestyles, Spanish beaches offer a refreshing counterpoint. Here, imperfections aren't flaws, they're proof of life lived fully. When I see someone go topless, I don't think about how they look, says a graphic designer who frequents Barcelona's shores. I think about how comfortable they must feel, how at peace they are with themselves. For many women, going topless is about more than just comfort, it's about reconnecting with nature and embracing a sense of freedom that feels increasingly rare in modern life. The Mediterranean climate, with its warm sun and gentle breezes, invites people to shed layers, both literal and metaphorical. There's something magical about feeling the sun on your skin, the sand beneath your feet, and the sound of the waves in your ears, says a yoga instructor who teaches classes on the beach. It's like you're merging with the elements, becoming part of the landscape. This connection to nature fosters a profound sense of grounding, reminding people of their place within the larger web of life. This intersection of nature and freedom also challenges societal norms around femininity and modesty. By choosing to bare their skin, women assert control over their bodies, rejecting outdated expectations and affirming their right to exist as they are. Going topless isn't about shocking anyone, explains a feminist activist based in Madrid. It's about saying, my body is mine, and I decide how to present it. This subtle yet powerful act of defiance underscores the deeper significance of the topless tradition. What happens on Spanish beaches offers valuable lessons for communities around the world. At its core, the topless tradition demonstrates the transformative power of acceptance and empathy. When people feel safe to express themselves authentically, they flourish. Spain shows us that progress isn't about erasing differences, it's about embracing them, observes a travel writer who has explored beaches across Europe. When we normalize diversity, we create opportunities for everyone to thrive. This principle applies not only to beach culture but to all aspects of society, from workplaces to schools to public spaces. By prioritizing inclusivity and mutual respect, Spain has cultivated an environment where freedom thrives. And while every community may not adopt the same practices, the underlying values of acceptance and empathy are universal. As we wrap up our exploration of the topless tradition in Spanish beach culture, one thing is abundantly clear: this practice isn't just about nudity, it's about humanity. It's about creating a world where everyone feels safe, respected, and free to be themselves. Whether you're a lifelong resident or a first-time visitor, Spain's beaches invite you to shed not just your clothes but also your insecurities. Because here, freedom isn't just a privilege, it's a promise. So the next time you find yourself on a Spanish shore, take a moment to appreciate the scene around you, not just visually, but emotionally. Notice the laughter, the stillness, the shared glances, and the quiet confidence radiating from every body. In Spain, going topless isn't extraordinary, it's ordinary. And perhaps that's the most extraordinary thing of all. Thanks for watching this video and walking with me in this adventure. Don't forget to like, to comment, and subscribe to the channel. See you soon.